Imagine standing at the crossroads of time, where brushstrokes from the old world meet the dynamic pulse of the new. The 20th century, a vibrant tableau of artistic innovation, stood as a battleground where the United States and Europe vied in a cultural showdown, each shaping the modern aesthetic landscape. In this exploration, we delve into how these two powerhouses influenced art across the decades, unveiling the unique contributions and revolutionary movements that defined an era. The 20th century opened with Europe drenched in the hues of Impressionism and Post-Impressionism. Artists like Monet and Van Gogh had already set the stage, challenging perceptions of light and color. In contrast, the United States was sowing its seeds of modernism. Artists began to diverge from European influences, seeking to capture an American ethos. This period was crucial, setting the foundational contrasts that would define decades of artistic dialogue. This part of the journey sets the stage, providing context for the explosive developments to come. Europe was reshaping reality with Cubism and Futurism. Picasso's fragmented forms and Boccioni's dynamic sculptures challenged old aesthetics, introducing a language of abstraction and movement. Across the ocean, the Ashcan School in the US captured urban realism with gritty sincerity. This juxtaposition between European abstraction and American realism illustrates the diverse responses to industrialization and modern life in the early 20th century. While America celebrated the Harlem Renaissance, an explosion of African-American culture and artistry, Europe delved deeper into the mind with the birth of Surrealism. Artists like Dali explored the unconscious, offering a stark contrast to the vibrant social narratives unfolding in the US. This era highlights how cultural and social changes can influence artistic expression, showcasing the vibrant interplay between societal shifts and artistic outputs. The 1930s were shadowed by economic and political turmoil. The Great Depression influenced artists globally, but particularly in the US, where social realism took root. In Europe, Surrealism continued to evolve, with artists like Magritte using his work to escape the growing shadows of war. This period reflects how art serves as both a reflection and an escape from societal stresses. Post-World War II, the United States emerged as a cultural powerhouse with the rise of abstract expressionism. Artists like Pollock and de Kooning rejected direct representation, focusing instead on spontaneity and emotion. Europe, recovering from the war's devastation, saw a slower return to artistic innovation. This divergence highlights a major shift in the art world's center of gravity from Europe to the US. In post-war Europe, movements like art informel reflected the raw, emotional exploration of form. Simultaneously, in America, the seeds of pop art were being sown. Artists like Johns and Rauschenberg began to challenge the seriousness of abstract expressionism, setting the stage for a new art revolution. This period was a time of healing and redefinition, as artists in both regions explored new freedoms and limitations. The 1960s marked the reign of pop art in the US, with figures like Warhol transforming mundane consumer imagery into iconic artworks. This movement not only criticized but also embraced the commercialization of culture. Europe responded with its own versions of pop art, blending local flavors with the American model, reflecting the increasingly global influence of US culture. The 1970s witnessed a pivot from the visual to the intellectual, with the rise of conceptual art. Artists in both the US and Europe, like Kossuth and Hubler, emphasized ideas over aesthetics, leading to minimalism's stark forms and materials. This shift towards conceptual thinking reflected broader societal inclinations towards introspection and critique during a turbulent decade. The 1980s revived expressive figurative art. In the US, Basquiat's raw, vibrant works addressed social issues and personal identity. Europe saw similar movements where art became a medium for confronting contemporary realities. This resurgence of expressionism in both regions underlines a return to the personal and political amidst a rapidly changing world. As the century closed, digital technology began reshaping art. This era saw the rise of digital art and multimedia installations, with artists exploring the implications of technology on society and culture. The globalization of the art scene, facilitated by technological advances, highlighted the increasingly interconnected nature of cultural production. Art movements of the 20th century continue to influence contemporary practices. The interplay and tensions between US and European art have enriched the global art dialogue, fostering a diverse and dynamic cultural landscape. This reflection helps understand the ongoing impact of past movements on current and future artistic endeavors. The 20th century was marked by a vibrant showdown and synergy between American and European art. Each movement, whether born from conflict or collaboration, contributed uniquely to the rich tapestry of modern art. This exploration not only illuminates past artistic achievements but also sets the stage for future cultural interactions in the art world. For those intrigued by the rich interplay of US and European art, numerous books, documentaries, and online resources are available. Delving deeper into this topic can offer further insights and appreciation for the art that shapes our world. Please like and subscribe for more content on art history.